What's up, guys? Welcome back. Got another crazy clip here for you guys here from MSNBC. Let's get right into it.
Asking about immigration and how you see immigration, how in this plan, how you talk about using like the National Guard to deport individuals. Like, what is the, Alicia, and do tell me if I am adequately
people on the interior specifically.
People on the interior specifically, not people in the border, people within this country.
Well, first of all, we need to close the border. And secondly, we need to have the biggest mass deportation system ever in the history of America, because it is unjust and illegal and evil that more than 10 million illegal aliens have come to this country. It's imperative that we send those people back, invite them back to come through the legal system. We love immigrants at Heritage, but we also love the rule of law.
So how do you plan to carry that out?
Well,
are you talking about going door to door? Because that's what I could read from the plan, but I think
the first thing is that there's going to be a lot of...
Yeah, you would do door to door. I mean, and we're talking about 10 million within the last few years. You're not even counting the folks that were already here before then. There were already illegal immigrants in this country before Biden let in 10 million more. So that's just an added number of people that need to go back. But yeah, you would go door to door. Start at these migrant crisis centers in these liberal cities and just start from there. Take them back from there. I mean, I'm sure you can round up at least 1 million of them, 500,000 of them that are in these hotels living for free on taxpayers' dime. So yeah, you start from there, and then anybody that comes into contact with law enforcement that gets arrested or is committed a crime and they're found to be illegal, you send them right back. It's really not that difficult.
Self-deportation. The interesting thing, as you no doubt know, is that simply talking about this and beginning to implement a plan, and President Trump deserves a lot of credit for talking about this, causes people to say, I don't want to run the risk of being arrested for doing something illegal. But secondly, there are great plans using the Department of Homeland Security to return these people back to south of the border. The great thing is, even a majority of people on the political left agree with this because they see the damage that this has done.
Well, before we go...
I think we want to take a couple more minutes, and so I know we're being told to wrap, but we want to take a few more minutes.
No, I'll stay as long as you want.
Now notice here, in this part right here, they wanted to stay longer. You'll realize in about 2-3 minutes, when he starts saying something that they don't like or agree with, they're gonna try to cut the interview short. Just wait for it.
What are they doing now?
Which people?
The folks, the 11 million, 20 million, whatever you want to deport.
A lot of them are committing crimes like murdering the 12-year-old girl in Houston. In fact,
so that's one out of 11 million. What is
we can take the remaining time of the segment, and I can give you a lot of examples.
And I can give you one of my own personal experience. My father was killed by an illegal immigrant who was drinking and driving, and it was a police chase. He was running from the police. He ran a red light, and he hit my dad on his way to work, and he was killed by an illegal immigrant. And this illegal immigrant was here for over 10 years. When he went to trial at the court, first of all, he survived, right? This is always how it works, right? The drunk driver always survives. But at court, they didn't even know who to address him as. They didn't know what his real name was. He had so many identities from being here for so long, creating falsified identities to do whatever he needed to do. The court didn't even know, the prosecutor didn't even know how or who to address him as. So, yeah, and this is something that could have been prevented. Now, I'm not saying this is the same situation that's happening now where, Biden let him in. I don't know how this guy got into this country, but this is still preventable, especially with this 12-year-old girl and all these other crimes that's happening within the current migrant crisis. All of those crimes are preventable. Those are preventable crimes. I don't understand. It's crazy how these people don't get this.
Undocumented immigrants were 37.1% less likely to be convicted of a crime. Undocumented immigrants, and according to a survey, University of California Riverside study, 33% less likely to be in prison as of 2021. I'm just giving the numbers.
Well, what do you tell the parents?
So why is she giving those numbers? Is she trying to justify illegal immigration by saying that, well, illegal immigrants commit less crimes than American citizens? What are you trying to say here? Sometimes they just bring up these mute points that are not productive to the conversation. Why did you bring that up? That's what he should ask her. Are you trying to say that, are you justifying illegal immigration because they commit less crimes than Americans? Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Of those people, those young girls who were killed. This is absurdity.
The
preponderance of these people, Michael, are male.
But what is the difference between an illegal immigrant who unfortunately engages in that activity?
And we don't like that. I want to be clear. We don't use the term illegal. So undocumented individuals.
They're illegal aliens.
Undocumented individuals versus.
Did you see her face? Go back.
Undocumented individuals.
Look,
they're illegal aliens.
Undocumented individuals.
We don't give a damn, Simone. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Bro, I mean, these leftists drive me crazy. Undocumented immigrant. What's the difference? They came here illegally. You're worried about how they're defined, and you can tell somebody told him that in their earpiece because he was saying it, and she heard it from whoever told him in the ear, and she interrupted and tried to correct him, and he also jumped in there because he also heard the same thing that Simone heard. They had somebody in the background or the producers telling them to correct Kevin and trying to get him to stop saying the term illegal. Bro, shut the hell up. Let's go back and see that again. That was amazing.
Activity.
And we don't like that. I want to be clear. We don't
You see, look.
use the term illegal. So undocumented individuals.
They're illegal aliens.
Undocumented individuals.
I love that. I absolutely love it.
Versus anyone else who commits the same crime. Well, I mean, and so what you're saying is because you have this instance of individuals behaving badly, that's a reflection of every individual in that community, and that's just not the case.
No, what is the case is that because the preponderance.
I mean, what percentage of those people, the 11 million that you want to
answer your question.
I just want to clarify my question. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do. What percentage of those individuals that you want to get rid of, move out of the country, actually commit crimes?
100%. 100%. All of them. Every single one of them. That's an easy question to answer. Because they already committed the crime coming into this country illegally. That's what illegal means. It's a crime. So 100% of those people that crossed the border illegally committed a crime. What are you talking about?
Our analysis in Texas, Georgia, and New York shows that.
I wish Kevin would have said that. That would have been just like a bomb dropped on them, man.
A preponderance of the illegals who have come in
I don't know what's that number.
Are unattached male, and there are unattached males, and the disproportionate number of them are people who are not even making any attempt to be illegal.
But what is that number?
Obviously,
are you
a large number
10 out of 1,000, or are you talking?
It doesn't matter.
I'm just trying to get.
Well, I just would say, and if Alicia were sitting here and you could hear her, she would say that you are weaponizing a horrific murder to smear 11 million people.
That is a laughable assertion. What Joe Biden is doing is weaponizing the entire government.
Before we let you go, Dr. Roberts.
Yeah, we're going to let you go, Robert. Kevin, they're going to let you go, so they don't like what you're saying. They don't like hearing the truth. Let's see if there's any comments in this clip. So Kevin is the one that posted it. He said Biden's border catastrophe, the worst in our nation's history, is fundamentally reordering America. It's unjust, illegal, and evil that over 10 million illegals, aliens, have entered our country. We need to close the border and implement the largest mass deportation system in U.S. history. 100%. I agree with him 100%. And for those of you liberals, those of you that are virtue signaling for illegal immigrants, especially those of you that are black, that so-called are pro-black and you're fighting for the black community, you should be 100% against illegal immigration. Because if you've noticed, these liberals are sending them and putting them in black communities, taking away resources from black communities, taking away jobs from black communities, overpopulating an already overpopulated black community in these urban cities. So you have to be 100% against illegal immigration. 100%. And it's not fair for people like myself and my family or anybody else that's trying to come into this country legally, who's been waiting in line, who's paid thousands of dollars, have gone through hundreds of hours of interviews and scrutiny and paperwork just to get skipped on the line by somebody that just jumps over the border illegally. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You're letting in people that are not vetted. You don't know where they're from. You don't know what their purpose is. You don't know what their background is. You're letting them in and giving them priority over legal immigrants who actually want to come into this country and be a contributing member of society. But these illegal immigrants, if they've already committed a crime coming to this country, what makes you think that they're going to try to do things the right way? They didn't even come into this country the right way. What are you talking about? But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about this video in the comment section. If you enjoyed my content, hit the like button down below. And of course, if you want more, subscribe to the channel. See you guys on the next one. Peace.